There you go. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Swing him in. So tighten that drag on that reel a little bit.
I just didn't have, it wasn't at the line in my hand.
All right. Loser!
He doesn't know who I am out here though, does he?
I told Ricky you were coming with me. He knows who you are.
Hey y'all, it's Mike, Treasure Coast Fishing Chronicle, out here with Evan Falk. You guys watched the bass video. We had a pretty good time, had a lot of fun, and today we're going crappie jigging. I've never done this before, but Evan's going to teach me how. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this, but that is the tiniest reel I have ever used. Stay tuned, we're going to get some fish today.
Hey, you're talking a little loud. Will you quiet down? I'm trying to fish. You're being loud.
So just put it in the water and bounce it, huh?
Yeah, you just kind of want to put it in the holes of the reeds. Sometimes they're out a little bit in the open water. But you just kind of put it all around these reed heads. Most of the time they're going to hit it as soon as you put it down. It's just real small, subtle movements. Like, you don't really want to move it the whole time.
Just like this.
That's a catfish. That's a bass. That don't count. Keep jigging, boys. Hey, loser! We already got 30, so. Yeah, right. You never caught 30 in your life.
All right, guys.
And we're gonna clear. Yeah, and we don't like to.
Maybe you just haven't met the right one.
That might be it.
All right. So that's a speck right there, guys.
He was on my ship and that. I don't know if you remember Scott Tuna.
He was too. I should have brought my fly rods.
Definitely think color makes a little difference. I never seen it make a big difference. Usually you put it in front of their face, they're going to eat it. Some people believe in their own color. I think it's a confidence thing.
Yeah.
The time and feed definitely affects them more than any other fish out here. I was out here the other day.
I should have brought my fly rod, man.
2 hours didn't really get bit. Come out here in the afternoon and we limited out in an hour and a half.
I just tied some new flies for cichlids. And I bet they would have been crazy good crappie flies.
A lot of people use about the same stuff.
Plus, when you're fly fishing, you don't always have to use big motions.
These little ones because they stay out of the way. Better than that big, bulky fly. Because you're not
using it as a fly.
Not ever using it to cast or anything, or even reel, pretty much.
And it doesn't. It's just it's a cane pole.
That's all it is.
Does anybody actually use a cane pole for this?
Oh yeah. tighten up your eye.
I just didn't have, it wasn't that I had the line in my hand. It had a lot of line out. All right.
Loser!
He didn't know who I am out here though, does he?
I told Ricky you were coming.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ricky! You're doing it wrong!
That's what he said.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That ever frustrate you when you're out here?
No, because I don't have a bass rod with me, so I don't think about it. Oh, there he was.
Got him?
I missed him, but he'll bite again. Maybe. That's hilarious. That's him right there. That's the guy.
Oh, that is funny.
Told me I was doing it wrong.
I told him the story now.
Yeah. I think it was yesterday that happened. He called me, he goes, I gotta tell you what happened. He goes, it's pretty funny. He goes, but it kind of made me mad. But I don't know if it made me mad because of what he said or because he pulled up behind me and then started catching fish. I pretty much seen that guy out here every day. I've been out here too, though. He wasn't wrong. I don't think he was being rude. Sometimes these northerners, you never know. There's one.
Nice. Really dark, huh? Well,
Yes, that's what you'll call your male.
the females have the pretty spots.
They'll be like the bass, a little bit more white and bigger. It's a little male. Oop. I don't know if you've seen it, but he
Heated.
was pissing. So that's a good sign that they're in here spawning. So there's females with them. But he's gonna be a little small.
Yeah, he disappears quick.
A little black male like that,
Probably have a couple of
pissing. They got some females with him somewhere. Just gotta wait till they're ready. Oh, that's another one.
like threading a needle.
Yeah. It's definitely a sport. It's not much to it, but it's a sport.
I wouldn't call it a sport, maybe an art.
An art. As easy as it is, not everybody can come out here and do it though.
Right. I wouldn't call it easy.
Simple.
I mean, golf is easy. You hit a ball with a stick. It doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yeah, that's true.
You ever notice that? People either fish or they golf. You ever have somebody who does a whole lot of both?
I do both. I can tell you I'm definitely better at one than the other.
And these are strictly sight fish. They don't do scent at all, right?
Not really. I've never scented a crappie jig in my life.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong though. There you go.
Gar.
Was it a gar?
Yeah.
I almost thought it was a catfish.
No, it was a gar. That's why he didn't come up. Their mouths are so hard. Maybe that's what was getting you earlier.
No, I had a speck bite here.
Maybe it was a catfish. I don't have any holes. I thought I was hung up on a reed.
Usually those guards you'll see swimming at the top of the water.
Yeah, maybe it was a catfish.
But I mean, you will get bit by a gar.
Yeah.
But if it went to the bottom and then you got bit, I would most likely think it's a catfish.
He hit me on the way down.
Yeah. Look the other way, faggot.
It's not even a keeper.
It's fucking 19 inches long.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you tell all the ladies?
I've never had to tell anybody anything. Firefighters, man, you can't take them anywhere. There you go. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Swing him in. So tighten that drag on that reel a little bit.
I just didn't have, it wasn't, I had the line in my hand. I had a lot of line out. All right.
Loser!
He doesn't know who I am out here though, does he?
I told Ricky you were coming with me.
Okay.
He knows who you are.
It's definitely a very finessey kind of thing. If you're not doing it just right, you're not gonna get the bite.
That's definitely, like I said, as simple as it is. Yeah, I wouldn't really call it easy because it is a very technique base.
And you're right there, sitting like right in the middle of these piles of grass. I don't think they're fishing. Maybe they're just swimming in to get it.
Well, what they do, so when these fish spawn, they don't make beds like the bass do.
That was a female, right?
That was probably a female. They don't make beds. What they do is they lay their eggs along the sides of something hard. So that's why they like these reeds. Normally, past few years we've had high water. You would catch them in a lot of trees, but we don't have that much water in here this year. So that's why they were back on the outside edges.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel that bite. I saw my line move.
Yeah, you might not. Just depending on how they bite. When they start biting good though, it'll try to take the rod out of your hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what gets everybody hooked.
All right, everybody. So you saw the catch part. Let's do the clean part. I got one fish done, 1.5. Let's keep going. It's gonna take forever. There's a lot of crappie. So what I'm gonna do is fillet them. These are all between 11 and 12 inches. So not a whole lot of meat on the rib section. So instead of wasting the time deboning them and trying to get all that stuff out, I'm just gonna cut the rib meat off. It's been a long day on the water. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and a big thanks to Evan Falk for getting me out there. I've never gone speck fishing before. Definitely never jigged like I jigged today. That was pretty cool. It's definitely a different kind of finesse work. Pretty nice fillet. And it looks like there's a lot of meat left on here, but they're pretty thin on the ribs. Skinning time. All right, everybody, so we did the catch yesterday, the clean yesterday. Now we're gonna do the cook today. I got a bucket of panko breadcrumbs. I like to use tempura, and I double bread them because it gives you an extra crunch. And I added in a little Tony Satchers because tempura can be a little bland, and I was nervous because freshwater fish generally taste like mud to me, but everybody swears that crappie are delicious, so we're gonna give it a shot. All right, we go over my fry oil mix. I use peanut oil because it gives you a better flavor and it has a higher fry point, so you don't get that scorch taste. If you're allergic to peanuts, use something else. So I add just enough water to get it kind of runny, and you can follow the instructions on the box. It'll probably work out a lot better for you if you have never used tempura before. Definitely use cold water. I like my batter a little more runny than comes with the box because I'm double breading and I don't want a whole lot of tempura on there. A lot of people use mayonnaise or an egg wash, and then they use the Louisiana fish fry mix. But I'm going with what I know, and I like a little extra crunch. 2 metal bowls, one for batter, one for breading. If you've never seen panko, it's a rice-based breadcrumb, super crunchy. Tempura batter. I get my oil up to 375 degrees to fry, and especially on these fish that are cut this thin, you're gonna dry them out and make them kind of gross if you fry them too hard and too hot or too long. So it'll get them cooked pretty quick. And you don't want to burn the batter. The fish keeps way better dry if you've ever watched any of my other clean videos. So what I did is I filleted it all up and rinsed it off, get all the scales and bones out, and then I wrap them in paper towels and then wrapped them up in some saran wrap. And also your fish will take the batter a whole lot better the drier they are. Otherwise you're gonna end up with little deposits that are missing. And I'll probably dry them off one more time just to make sure they're super dry before I'm done. And your fish keeps way better if it's dry. But that's our fillets from last night. All right, let's relocate us. Get that up on a medium to high heat to get me up to temperature quick. I use racks to drain it off once I fry them. That way your fish stays crispy and you don't get a soggy spot on there. It allows all the excess oil to drip off down into the pans. So you get a nice coating of the tempura, let it drip off a little bit, bring it over in the panko, flip it around. I give it a nice pat, make sure I got a good coating of the panko. That's where your real crunch comes from. And it helps soak up some of that excess moisture. We'll leave that sitting there for now. We're about halfway there. About 200 degrees so far. Oh, also I use a hand strainer to dip them out, shake off a little of the excess oil. You're gonna notice you get a lot of the crumbs that develop at the bottom, and eventually you'll wanna scoop those out. Otherwise, if you're frying a lot of stuff, you'll get a lot of a burnt taste to the oil. Keep your oil clean. Yeah, we're getting a little over, back it down to medium. Let's go first round. Now I generally go by color. On when it's done, the fish cooks really fast. So you want a nice golden brown color to come out of here. Try not to let them touch, they will stick together. All right, that one is definitely done. You know, if you guys see that color on there, or the delicious crispy coating. All right, stay tuned for the finished product. All right, ready? All right. Now, I have a natural aversion to freshwater fish. They all taste like dirt to me. If I had to compare that to a saltwater fish, say about the same consistency as snapper, with a little bit of a sweeter taste to it. Definitely worth the hype. Definitely the only freshwater fish I think I'll ever eat. All right, guys, stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll show you what I make with these things.